Japan's historic shift in defense exports could transform the Philippines' military modernization. Japan is preparing for a major change in its post-war defense policy. A policy that for decades restricted most military exports is now being reconsidered at the highest levels of government, a move that could unlock new capabilities for allies such as the Philippines and reshape security across the Indo-Pacific. On NHK on the 26th, Japan's defense minister announced a decisive policy turn: Tokyo must move toward abolishing long-standing restrictions on defense exports. The minister framed the proposal as a strategic necessity, arguing that expanding exports will be an important tool for restoring regional stability. From post-war restraint to strategic action, Japan's export limits date back to its post-World War II pacifist stance and the symbolic three principles on transfer of defense equipment and technology. Those principles allowed exports in only 5 narrow categories: rescue, transportation, alert, surveillance and minesweeping, and effectively barred the transfer of offensive or combat-capable systems to foreign partners. Despite producing advanced naval and aerospace platforms at home, Japan's industry. Why the change matters. Strengthening alliances with democratic partners across the Indo-Pacific. Enhancing regional deterrence by enabling partners to defend themselves. Revitalizing Japan's defense industry through export-driven innovation. Strategic goals behind the policy pivot. The move to relax export rules is strategic, not merely commercial. Tokyo's objectives are threefold: deepen defense partnerships with like-minded nations, create a stronger regional deterrent by equipping allies, and rejuvenate Japan's defense industrial base so it can innovate faster and sustain large projects such as the next-generation stealth fighter program. In practice, that means Japan would shift from being primarily a consumer of defense capabilities to becoming a provider of systems, maintenance, and technology cooperation, a role that would increase Japan's strategic footprint while staying within the bounds of its constitutional debate at home. Opportunities for the Philippines. Among potential beneficiaries, the Philippines stands out. Manila is currently pursuing an ambitious modernization program for the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, and has repeatedly shown interest in Japanese platforms. Under previous rules, transfers of combat-capable ships and aircraft were near impossible. If Japan follows through on abolishing the restrictions, Manila could realistically explore acquisitions and partnerships that were previously blocked. Potential capability upgrades. Several scenarios would have immediate operational impact for the AFP. Refurbished Abukuma-class destroyer escorts, these ships provide anti-submarine and surface warfare capability that would strengthen Philippine naval presence in contested waters. Access to F-2 multi-role fighters, Japan's F-2 and F-16 derived platform, offers advanced radar and missile capability that would substantially improve Philippine air defenses and maritime strike options. Joint maintenance and co-production, technology transfer, local maintenance hubs, and co-production under the Philippines' self-reliant defense posture would boost sustainability and jobs. These additions would not merely add hardware, they would expand the AFP's operational envelope, improve interoperability with US and Japanese forces, and enhance maritime domain awareness across the South China Sea. A strengthened regional security architecture. Japan's policy shift dovetails with broader efforts to create a coordinated security web across the Indo-Pacific. With Japan able to provide advanced systems and logistics, partners can build a more balanced distribution of capabilities, enabling more credible deterrence and better coordinated responses to crises. Deeper collaboration could translate into enhanced joint exercises, shared surveillance networks, and standardized maintenance frameworks, a practical architecture connecting Japanese shipyards with Philippine ports and bases. What happens next? While the announcement marks a clear intent, several steps remain. Legal changes, parliamentary deliberations, and policy guidelines will be required to implement a full-scale abolition of export restrictions. Japan will also need to manage domestic political debate around constitutional constraints and ensure transparency to reassure neighbors and partners. For Manila, the prospect of Japanese combat-capable exports represents both an opportunity and a timeline-sensitive policy shift. If implemented, the change could accelerate the AFP's modernization plans in a way that aligns closely with interoperability and long-term sustainment. Conclusion. Japan's move to reconsider its post-war export restraints is more than a policy update. It is a strategic reorientation that recognizes a changing security environment in the Indo-Pacific. For the Philippines, the potential benefits are significant: access to proven platforms, deeper industrial cooperation, and a stronger place within a regional security network led by democratic partners. The broader question is not whether Japan will expand defense exports. Tokyo's intent is now clear, but how quickly and comprehensively that change will occur. The answers will shape not only Japan's defense industry, but the future balance of power across Asia. Disclaimer: this article is based on publicly available information and personal analysis. It is meant for informational and educational purposes only and does not represent any official position. There are no elements of fake news, misinformation, or scams in this content. The rise of the KF-21 Boromir. The KF-21, developed by Korea Aerospace Industries, KAI, has drawn significant attention. Reports suggest Manila may consider an initial batch of 12 Block II fighters, though this hasn't been officially confirmed. The KF-21 represents South Korea's bid to field a next-generation multi-role fighter with modern avionics, stealth shaping, and a flexible weapons suite. For the Philippines, the KF-21 offers an opportunity to partner with a rising aerospace power and potentially secure earlier production slots, especially since South Korea's domestic program is already in motion. That production momentum may translate into faster deliveries compared to some Western rivals. Saab still leads the negotiations. Despite the KF-21 buzz, Saab remains the most advanced in formal talks with the Department of National Defense, DND, and the PAF. The Gripen is marketed as a cost-effective, easy-to-maintain fighter optimized for nations with tight defense budgets. Sweden's government-to-government financing and soft loan offers are attractive, but there are challenges. Saab's production schedule is strained by commitments to Brazil, Thailand, and possible orders from Colombia and Peru, plus its role in support for Ukraine. America's F-16, familiar but expensive. The F-16B Viper is a proven workhorse with a large global user base and interoperability advantages with the US. But it's pricier and faces production queues. Notably, recent deliveries for Taiwan only started rolling out recently. Its maintenance and long-term